30553 Adams, whoa, on Gibraltar Road. This is a multi-process job. I'm going to describe it the best way that I can, and really should get with the customer to find out what's going on, since it's so complicated. It's not really that complicated, but you know, I'm just saying there's a lot going on here. I'm not trying to scare you. So they have a French drain through here, but it's not working in this area. And from what they described to me, I think that they probably didn't filter the trench like we do, and they probably used the black corrugated pipe, which is shitty. And I think that's probably what's wrong. So what you got to do is identify. So you're going to pick a spot. I think it's about 50 feet. There's the porch there. If you make like a diagonal, you can start somewhere in this area and then go down about to the fence post there, and maybe a little further. Just check with them exactly where, and we're going to try to find that French drain pipe that's in there. Should be fairly easy to find because you'll find the trench first, and then once you find it, see if the pipe's down there, and then you're going to have to find it on the other end. And then once you find it on the other end, you're going to cut it out, and you're going to remove the whole trench. And then we're going to have to, if it's black corrugated pipe, I'm pretty sure there's an adapter to go from black corrugated to white triple wall French drain. So you'll have to get that adapter. You'll have to connect our type of pipe. And we're going to use the trencher. This one was hand dug, and we want to go really deep because the deeper we go, the more water we'll hold. And they're having problems with puddling water here. And you're going to filter the trench. Basically weed barrier fabric, you know, and have it coming up out of the trench, so that way you can fold it over and put the dirt on top when it's done. You want to filter the pipe with a sock. They sell that sock you can put over it. If you can't find it, well, you should be able to find it at Home Depot. I've never had trouble, but if they don't have any, because the trench is filtered, you don't technically have to filter the pipe, but if you can get it easily, just go ahead and filter it, sock it, whatever. And then you're going to take drain stone, which is available at Carefree. This is Gibraltar. They have a thing called drain stone. It's just a mixed river rock, and use that drain stone and fill up, you know, you put the French drain pipe in, connected to the corrugated, and then you rotate the holes down. They do have some French drain pipe that has holes everywhere, but if you get the kind with just the vertical row of holes face down, cover drain stone and leave about 4 inches, filter it, put 4 inches of topsoil on top of the fabric, and then put your sod back, or in this case you may want to bring some sod, and fill the trench back in. So that's this job right here. There's stuff going on in the back too, and these white marked flags are sprinklers, so it's really close to the trench. But the trench is already there, so hopefully the sprinkler pipe isn't a problem. Remember, we have sprinkler guys that fix our mistakes now, so I'll give you their number, or you can call me and let me know. This is going to be a doozy. In this area here, they want this limestone taken down and redone from this point here, you know, until it's like bulging out, and they want it just restacked. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push the rocks back, and in this area they just want this area restacked, so don't do it over here. She's paranoid about the boxwoods being damaged, but it's just less work for you, so just restack this wall here. But and this is delicate limestone, and you can't get any more, so don't break it. But here you see the rocks pushing through, and we're going to rebuild the wall in here. But before you do that, you can remove these hostas if you need to, and you're going to push the rocks back, and you're going to dig behind the wall, and then you're going to put in the filter cloth that goes up the wall, and then put the soil back, and that way something's holding the rocks and the soil back, because this limestone, it doesn't connect well, it has gaps, and that's why it's caving in, because the rocks are just pushing through. So rebuild the wall, but install the filter cloth. You know, what you're doing is digging a trench behind the wall, and it'll probably be a lot easier once the blocks are out of the way. And then you'll rebuild the wall, and then you'll lay that filter cloth in, and then you'll put the topsoil in and then the rocks. And then you got to figure out some way to hide the filter cloth so it don't look bad. You're going to do the same thing on this corner here. And you're going to do the same thing. This section's okay, but you're going to have to take apart this section and do the same thing here. Now it's just, there's no glue here, nothing like that. And you got to figure out how to get it flat on the ground and rebuild it. Here, not this step here, but this step and this step and this step. You're going to remove these clay pavers, and these clay pavers are also, you can't get anymore. So take a picture of how it goes in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. Before you put the sand in, put some filter fabric down there, because what's happening is the sand is washing out. That's why it's sinking. At least that's what I think. And you're going to put that in, and then you're going to install the sand, and then you're going to push the pavers into that sand and get them so that there's no trip hazard here. You're going to do the same thing on this step, same thing on this step. If you can accomplish that without taking apart the whole step, okay. But just do whatever you got to do to get it done right. And there's a couple more things. All this edge restraint here, you're going to pull it out first of all, and then you're going to, put in the new gator edge restraint. And there probably isn't any base material that it's being staked into, and that's probably why it's popping up. So we're going to use the gator PVC, replace it with that, and then clear out an area and get the edge restraint way down low, and then try to angle the stakes inward towards the base material, because it really needs to be staked into base material, or else it's going to do the same thing. But do the best you can with it. Just put in new edge restraint and try to do it the way I described. I see it, it's here, and that's it. So it looks like maybe 60, 70 feet, something like that. But it'll be fine to buy extra edge restraint if you just want to buy 100 feet worth, because if you got a place to store it, we're just gonna use it all year. Back here, cut the trellis down, and you can do it below the ground level. You don't have to pull it out by the anchors. And then cut the vine down in the same fashion. Just get it to where you can't see it anymore and remove it. And be careful of this fence that's been installed, and don't hurt yourself on these damn spikes. So that's the whole job. Good luck.